The ballroom glimmered with crystal chandeliers, golden plates, and a sea of designer suits. At the center of it all stood Mr. Liang, one of China's richest businessmen, known for his arrogance as much as his wealth. He raised his glass and smirked when his eyes fell on Daniel, a young black waiter balancing a tray of wine with careful dignity. The billionaire's voice cut through the laughter of the crowd like a blade. "Ah, look at him," he said loudly in Mandarin, his tone dripping with mockery. "Probably doesn't even understand the language of real power." The guests roared with cruel amusement, and Daniel felt the burn of humiliation crawl across his skin. "Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening." Daniel's heart pounded. Every laugh around him was a needle pressing deeper. He had heard insults before, but never in a room so lavish, so public, so unforgiving. He tightened his grip on the tray, fighting the urge to lower his head. Yet deep inside, he remembered. Long nights under a dim lamp, poring over books, practicing tones, stumbling over characters until the language of his heart had a new rhythm, Mandarin. But tonight wasn't about showing off. Tonight was about dignity. The air grew heavier, whispers rippling like wind through reeds. Some pitied him. Others smirked, waiting for him to shrink away. Even the marble floor beneath his polished shoes seemed colder. Daniel raised his eyes slowly, not with anger, but with a calm fire that silenced even his trembling hands. He took a breath and spoke, not in English, not in broken fragments, but in flawless Mandarin, his voice steady and clear. "The voice you selected does not support this language. Please click the upper right corner to switch to another voice." And then, silence so deep it seemed the chandeliers themselves were holding their breath. For a heartbeat, the billionaire searched Daniel's face for weakness, for hesitation, but found none. The waiter stood tall, his uniform simple, his shoes scuffed, yet in that moment, he towered over every man in the room. Murmurs rose. "Did you hear that? Perfect Mandarin." "How?" Liang's jaw tightened. He could dismiss the insult, pretend he hadn't been challenged. Or he could face the truth staring back at him, that wealth did not shield him from dignity earned through struggle. The choice lay bare. Daniel's words carried weight beyond language. They carried the long nights of labor, the aching desire to be more than what others saw, the courage to stand tall when mockery pressed him down. The crowd shifted, their laughter replaced by a slow, growing applause. It began timidly at the back, but soon swept across the hall like a wave, echoing against marble walls. The billionaire lowered his glass. For once, his tongue was still. He looked away, his arrogance stripped bare under the quiet strength of a man he thought beneath him. And Daniel? He didn't gloat. He didn't smirk. He simply nodded, adjusted his tray, and moved on to serve the next guest, his heart steady, his soul lighter. Because he had shown the truth, that respect cannot be mocked out of existence. It lives where courage lives, because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. The same chandeliers that once lit his humiliation now glowed upon his quiet triumph. Where laughter once cut him down, applause now lifted him higher. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories that remind us dignity isn't in what we own, but in how we carry ourselves.